finally talked Mom into buying me a pair of nouveau jeans. She kept saying they cost way too much, but I convinced her I really, really needed them. I mean, everybody at school has a pair. If you don't wear nouveau jeans, you're a real loser. So, what do you think? I guess they are a little goofy looking, aren't they? Maybe Mom was right. Those other jeans did look better on me. Oh, but nobody wears them anymore. If I went to class wearing a pair of those prehistoric jeans, I'd stand out like a sore thumb. I think I'll go visit a place where I don't have to worry about what I wear.
Oh dear. Now the Duchess has more fruit punch than the Queen. Oh no. Now the Queen has more fruit punch than the Duchess. Now the Duchess has more fruit punch. Now the Queen has more fruit punch.
Excuse me, Mr. Rabbit.
Now the flowers have more fruit punch.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Oh, that's all right, Alice. It's not your fault. I'm always a jumpy bunny on the days the Queen decides to have lunch. The Duchess. You see, Alice, the two of them have always been rivals. You know, always trying to outdo each other.
Oh, well, if they're rivals, I'll bet they're constantly competing.
Oh, they are. They are. Why, if one of them thinks the other is getting more than she is, the two break into a royal tizzy.
Like when my little brother thinks I got a bigger piece of cake than he did.
Exactly.
Well, if they feel that way about each other, maybe they shouldn't be having lunch together.
Oh, no. Deep down, they're friends. It's just that... Well, remember, Alice, we're talking about a Duchess and a Queen here. They're more than just a little competitive.
In other words, they're royal rivals.
When you're royal, you've got to keep on top. One-upmanship comes with the job. When royalty fades off over tea, better stand back, it's a sight to see. Oh, royal rivals, they've got to have perfectly timed arrivals.
An entrance grand to gain the upper hand.
If you were royal, you'd understand. When the royals compete, ooh, the sparks fly.
These are two royals who won't settle for a tie.
Coming in first is the name of the game.
It's part of being royal, there's no one to blame.
Oh, royal rivals, they've got to have perfectly timed arrivals. An entrance grand to gain the upper hand. If you were royal, you'd understand. Oh. There. Now there isn't a single thing they can say the other one got that they didn't. Except indigestion.
What are the pens and paper for?
Oh,
to finalize plans for tomorrow's fundraiser. You see, every year the Queen and the Duchess donate their time to help raise money for the Wonderland Library.
Well, that's very generous of them.
Oh, yeah, well, yes. They say they do it because it's a good cause. But actually, Alice, to tell you the truth, dear, they also do it to get their picture in the paper. Unfortunately for the Queen, since the society page loves to photograph people in the latest, most up-to-date styles, the Duchess always seems to attract the photographers.
Oh. Well, I'm sure the Queen's more concerned about a good cause than getting her picture in the paper.
Alice, I want you to take a good look at these old copies of the Wonderland Bee and tell me what's wrong with them. I'll tell you what's wrong with them. They each have a photograph of the Duchess and not of me. And just listen to this photo caption. The Duchess, seated in the center, leads the fashion pack again this year, wearing an inspiration in orange chiffon. Oh, and the Red Queen was there, too. Oh, okay, maybe she does make Mr. Redwell's list of best-dressed royals every year. But so what? She's not really such a great dresser, is she, Rabbit? Is she, Rabbit? Rabbit!
Sorry, Your Majesty. I was just thinking, wouldn't it be fun if Alice joined you and the Duchess for lunch?
I don't think it would be safe. I mean, polite for me to intrude.
Oh, please intrude. Otherwise, they'll get in another food fight like last year.
Yes, join us, Alice. Lunch would be lovely. As long as she doesn't call me by that obnoxious nickname she used when we were kids in the cotillion, Twinkle Toes.
Oh, I'm sure she hasn't thought of that in years.
Oh, Twinkle Toes.
Well, I think that about takes care of all the details for the library fundraiser.
Yes, and I must say, it does my heart good to give of my très valuable time to the hoi polloi who crave reading material and have none.
Why, Dutchie, I didn't know you had a heart. By the way, have you decided yet what you're wearing to the event?
Why, I haven't given it a thought. So, what will you be wearing to the library fundraiser this year?
I haven't given it a thought. You believe me, don't you?
What's not to believe? It's obvious you don't spend any time thinking about your wardrobe.
What are you wearing, Your Grace?
Oh, the latest style.
Oh, the latest style, my patootie. Your shoes don't even match.
They're not supposed to. Wearing mismatched shoes is absolutely the latest in fashion. For those of us who care about fashion.
Oh, don't make me laugh. Somebody put on the wrong shoes this morning by mistake, and now she's calling it fashion.
Yes, somebody did put on the wrong shoes this morning.
Just stop
And
that.
it wasn't I.
Anyone for more fruit punch?
Oh, don't worry, Alice. The Queen and I can say anything we want to each other. After all, we are the best of friends. We're the best of friends. We'll go to the very ends of the world for each other.
As long as we can go there undercover. We care deeply, we do. With helpful hints and howdy-do's. And what's new?
We even compliment each other's shoes.
We'll do anything for each other.
Well, maybe that
We're
depends.
the best of friends.
We're the best of friends.
We'll go that extra mile just to make each other smile.
But of course, we'll go that extra mile in our own style. We'll do anything for each other.
Well, maybe that depends.
We're the best of friends.
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 Grace. Don't you find it hard to keep up with the latest styles? They change so quickly.
Yes, they do. That's why Mr. Redwell puts out a helpful fashion magazine. I suggest you get a copy, Twinkle Toes.
Alice, have Rabbit get me a copy of the next issue as soon as it hits the stands.
Hello, what have you got there?
It's a fashion magazine for the Queen.
Oh, may I flip through it?
If you hurry. Be careful. This is the latest issue. Hot off the presses.
Oh, it's Mr. Redwell's fashion magazine. Vanity Mare, the magazine for the Royal Clothes Horse. Since when is Her Majesty so concerned with the latest fashion?
Oh, since she had lunch with her rival, the Duchess. Now Her Majesty won't be happy until she's on top of the latest fashions, wearing what everybody else is wearing.
So, she wants to look like everybody else, hmm? That reminds me of a story. Once there was a cat named Carla who always copied everyone. She copied what everyone else wore. She copied what everyone else ate. And she copied what everyone else said. Of course, always copying everyone else did have its problems. But Carla never worried about that. She went right on copying anyway. Then, one day, Carla was sitting around looking for someone to copy when she saw some ducks. She decided to copy them. When she caught up with them, the ducks were paddling around a pond. Carla watched one duck do a beautiful swan dive. She decided to copy him. But Carla had forgotten one thing. Cats hate the water. And that's how Carla discovered that being a copycat was all wet.
Actually, I don't think the Queen wants to copy everybody else as much as she wants everybody to copy her.
Isn't that the same thing?
Oh, I don't know. Now I'm confused. Is the whole point of fashion to look the same as everybody else or different from everybody else?
I think it's to look different from everybody else, but in the same way.
Alice, thanks to this magazine, for once I'll be able to wear the absolute latest fashions to the Wonderland Library fundraiser.
And then your picture will be in the paper instead of the Duchess.
What? It can't be. Dutchie was right. It says right here that the newest trend in royal fashions is mismatched shoes.
But she was already wearing two different shoes yesterday.
Oh, exactly. So now if I wear them, it'll look like I'm copying the Duchess. But if I don't wear them, I'll look hopelessly out of style.
Shut up, Your Majesty. Maybe you can wear the next new fashion before she does.
Oh, yes, Alice.
Hey, Twinkle Toes, what are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm being fashionable. I'm wearing two different shoes.
Huh, are you kidding? Wearing mismatched shoes went out of style minutes ago. What's fashionable now is a single elegant glove worn just above the elbow.
Elegant. That glove has more holes in it than Swiss cheese.
But that's the idea. Honestly, do I have to teach you everything about fashion?
But Your Grace, Her Majesty and I just went through Mr. Redwell's latest magazine, and we didn't see anything about a glove.
We sure didn't. You're just making this up to get my goat.
Oh, please, dear. I never cared about fashion.
Oh, stuff with the bad puns. Just tell me how you get the latest fashion so fast.
Simple. I'm hooked up to Mr. Redwell's fashion fax. You do know what a fax machine is, don't you? Someone calls you, they put a page in their fax machine, and a copy of it comes out in yours.
Of course I know what a fax machine is. I just didn't know Mr. Redwell had a fashion fax.
And before his magazine even comes out, he takes his latest fashion designs and faxes copies of them directly to me. So you see, Twinkle Toes, you have to get up pretty early in the morning to outdress me.
Oh, how rough.
Okay, they got this. There you go, Your Majesty. One royal fax machine with all the trimmings.
Spicy stuffing, cranberry sauce, and of course, candied yams.
Here are the trimmings for the fax machine.
Oh, the handset, power cord, and of course, paper.
Paper.
Now, just tell me how this thing works.
It's very simple. First, Mr. Redwell will call your number. Then, he'll feed into his machine.
Feed? Now, see, I knew it was a good thing I brought the cranberry sauce.
No, here, you just feed them paper.
Okay, but I think it's going to be pretty dry without the sauce.
Oh, stop this. Just tell me if I'll be getting copies of Mr. Redwell's latest fashions before the Duchess.
Of course you will, Your Majesty. When I connected the fax, the gentleman on the other end of the line promised me you'd get the newest fashions before anyone.
Oh, goody. Now we'll see who gets her picture on the society page.
That's right. Yeah, well,
Hi, Mr. Dump. Mr. D. Ooh, what's underneath the cloth?
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Well, yes, that's what she just said.
Please, I can keep a secret.
Well, all right. Alice, every year, the fundraiser for the Wonderland Library is about as much fun as, well, paying an overdue fine.
So we decided it needed a little pizzazz. Imagine, if you will, everyone files into the charity tea. And instead of the same old boring stage, they look up and see...
A big book?
Exactly!
Well, it is interesting, but it is just a big book.
Well, don't forget, Alice, you can't always judge a book by its cover.
First impressions are important, but there's much more to know.
You have to look a little harder for the things that don't show.
Maybe what you see isn't always what you get.
Don't be too sure of things you haven't checked out yet.
You can't judge a book by its cover. We would not advise you to try. You can't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes there's more than meets the eye.
A fruit may be sour that you think will be sweet.
Don't jump to conclusions. Stay in your seat.
Something very, very big could turn out to be small.
A moth, pick up the butterfly.
A rain talking saw.
You can't judge a book by its cover. We would not advise you to try. You can't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes there's more than meets the eye.
Now, a little demonstration. If Dumb would kindly step behind the book. We thought instead of having Her Majesty and the Duchess make the same old entrance with the same old curtain, we'd give them this to walk through.
Ooh, the book opens.
Providing a dazzling photo opportunity. We still need to work out a few bugs.
Come on, you silly fax machine. Surely Mr. Redwell's designed something new by now.
Expecting a fax, Your Majesty?
Yes, from Mr. Redwell.
Speaking of fashion, shouldn't you be dressed for the fundraiser by now?
I can't get dressed until Mr. Redwell tells me what to wear.
Why don't you just wear something you think looks nice on you?
I can't do that. For all I know, it might have gone out of fashion 5 minutes ago. In a moment, Cat, I'll hold in my hot little hands from Mr. Redwell, the latest fashion. Oh.
That's Mr. Redwell's latest fashion?
Yes, and nobody has it yet but me.
Do you really think you look good in that?
Who cares? As long as I'm wearing it before the Duchess.
I'd like to welcome everyone to the library fundraiser.
Then why don't you?
Okay, I will. Welcome everyone to the library fundraiser. theme of this year's fundraiser / fashion show is reading. It's always in fashion. And now, without further delay, let's welcome our lovely royal hostesses.
First, Her Grace the Duchess.
Are you sure you want your picture taken with that hat?
Of course I do. This design is the latest design from Mr. Redwell's fashion facts.
Run, Dutchie! I'm wearing the latest, most up-to-date fashion for Mr. Redwell.
Oh, Twinkle Toes. What in the world are you wearing?
What does it look like I'm wearing?
A clown outfit.
How true that is.
Well, that just shows what you know.
Oh.
It happens to be the latest, most up-to-the-minute fashion from Mr. Redwell's Fashion Facts. And I got it first.
Let me see that fax. Oh, didn't you read the logo at the bottom of the page? This design was faxed to you by Clown Clothiers for the best-dressed clown in town.
So what's your point?
My point is it didn't come from Mr. Redwell. Your fax machine was hooked up to the wrong number.
That's impossible. Hannah, you hooked it up. Tell her that's impossible.
I'd say it's not impossible, and the proof is standing right in front of me wearing a really goofy rubber nose. So, I guess there's no question who's going to get her picture in the society page this year.
Wait a minute. Don't you all realize Her Majesty wore this ridiculous outfit deliberately?
I did.
Nice try, Rabbit.
But she did. Her Majesty nearly did it to make a very important point.
And what point would that be?
Yes, what point would that be?
The point would be that some people are so determined to wear the latest fashions, they'll wear it, even if
it makes them look like a clown.
Yes.
What a powerful statement, Your Majesty. May we quote you on that for the paper?
Of course. And furthermore, who are these designers anyway? And why do we let them tell us what to wear?
I guess because we don't want to be different from everybody else.
Aha. But if everybody else jumped off a cliff, would you do it too?
Depends. Do you get a parachute?
And more importantly, would the parachute go with this outfit?
Oh, stop this. I just mean we should decide for ourselves what looks good on us.
Actually, as much as I hate to admit it, Twinkle Toes, you're right. And from now on, I'm not going to wear anything that I don't want to wear, no matter what chucklehead says is the latest style. Starting with this ugly hat.
Good idea, Your Grace. After all, there's no style like your own style.
You know it, wearing top hats became a popular fad. A trend-setting hatter might get madder.
Although the Cheshire stripes are always in style, sometimes it goes out wearing only a smile. There's no style like your own style. There's no style like your own style. There's no style like your own style. Wearing whatever, wherever, whenever we want.
If the in-crowd parades around town wearing crowns, Twinkle Toes might be found wearing a frown.
If this sort of thing became hot on the scene, everyone would look like a queen.
There's no style like your own style. There's no style like your own style. There's no style like your own style. Wearing whatever, wherever, whenever.
And whether it's foul or whether it's better,
Whatever the weather, we're wearing whatever we want.
Hey, Your Majesty, we'd sure love to get a photograph of you for the society page.
That is, if you don't mind all of Wonderland seeing you as a clown.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, shoot as many pictures as you like. But don't you dare print any of them.
You can come out from under the bed now, Dinah. I've decided I'm not going to wear those goofy-looking pants after all. I don't care if everybody else wears them. They look terrible on me. You're right, Dinah. When all my friends see me wearing something different, who knows? I might start a whole new trend.